Imagine a world where you grow up feeling like you're walking on eggshells, never knowing which version of your mother you will greet each day. This is a reality for the children of narcissistic mothers. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD for short, is a mental health condition characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. Although NPD affects both genders, this story will focus on the challenges faced by the children of narcissistic mothers. You're a child again, innocently playing in your room. Your mother enters, a storm cloud of emotions surrounding her. Her words feel like knives, cutting into your very soul. She accuses you of being ungrateful and selfish, twisting your words and actions to fit her narrative. This is gaslighting, a form of emotional manipulation that leaves you questioning your reality and doubting your memories. As you grow older, emotional blackmail becomes part of your daily routine. Your mother uses guilt and fear to control you, making you feel as if you owe her for every breath you take. When she's upset or feeling neglected, she plays the victim, garnering sympathy and support from others while casting you as the antagonist. Triangulation is another tactic your narcissistic mother employs. She manipulates relationships within the family, creating alliances and breeding conflict. You are pitted against your siblings, each of you vying for her love and attention, which is doled out sparingly and conditionally. Throughout your childhood, you struggle to find emotional support from your mother. Her lack of empathy is a chasm that separates you, leaving you feeling isolated and alone. Your feelings and needs are disregarded, and she's incapable of offering comfort or validation when you're hurting. Emotional coldness and distance become the norm, and you're left longing for the warmth and understanding that seem to come so easily to other families. Appearances are everything to your narcissistic mother. Her constant need for praise and admiration drives her to obsess over her image and reputation. She works tirelessly to project a perfect family facade, forcing you to suppress your true feelings and struggles in order to maintain this illusion. In her relentless pursuit of perfection, your mother scrutinizes every aspect of your life, from your clothing and your appearance to your achievements and social standing. Her approval becomes a prize that you're constantly chasing, yet it remains elusive, just out of reach. Your home life is like a stage, and you're expected to perform your part flawlessly. Every interaction, every conversation is carefully curated to paint the ideal picture of your family, but behind the scenes, your mother's narcissism wreaks havoc on your emotional well-being. When friends or extended family members visit, you're required to put on a show, hiding the cracks in the facade and presenting the image of a happy, harmonious family. The pressure to maintain this illusion is immense, and it takes a toll on your mental health. You feel trapped, suffocated by the weight of your mother's expectations. As you grow older, you begin to see the stark contrast between your family's carefully crafted image and the reality of your home life. You recognize the hypocrisy and the lies, but speaking out against them is met with hostility and punishment. You're caught in a web of deceit, struggling to find a way out. Boundary violations are hallmarks of your narcissistic mother's behavior. Her over-involvement in your life makes it difficult to establish a sense of separate self from her. She dictates your friendships, activities, and even your future aspirations, leaving you with little room to explore your own desires and interests. Your mother inappropriately shares personal information with you, burdening you with her emotional baggage and treating you more like a confidant than a child. She may divulge details about her relationships, finances, or other adult matters, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and ill-equipped to handle such information. Her disrespect for your privacy and autonomy is suffocating. Your room, belongings, and personal space are not sacred. She feels entitled to access to every part of your life, whether it's rifling through your drawers, reading your diary, or monitoring your phone and social media activity. Your attempts to establish boundaries are met with resistance and accusations of selfishness or ingratitude. On a quick note, if you find this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Now, back to the video. Exploitation and objectification of the child are further aspects of your narcissistic mother's behavior. Parentification is a common phenomenon, where you are forced to take on adult responsibilities far beyond your years. You may find yourself acting as a caregiver to your siblings, managing household duties, or even providing emotional support to your mother, all while your own needs go unmet. Your mother uses you to meet her emotional needs, treating you as a source of comfort, validation, or an emotional crutch. Instead of nurturing and supporting you, she turns the tables, expecting you to fulfill her needs, often at the expense of your own well-being. She also treats you as an extension of herself, projecting her desires and ambitions onto you. Your achievements and successes are seen as a reflection of her, and she takes credit for all of them, while your failures are met with disdain and disappointment. Your individuality is stifled, as your mother seeks to mold you into a version of herself or an idealized image that satisfies her narcissistic cravings. Criticism and devaluation are constant companions in your life with a narcissistic mother. She belittles and undermines your achievements, making you feel as though your accomplishments are never enough. No matter how hard you work or how much you achieve, her praise is fleeting, and her focus quickly shifts to your perceived shortcomings. She imposes unreasonable expectations and demands on you, setting you up for failure and disappointment. When you inevitably fall short of her lofty standards, she uses this as an opportunity to criticize and berate you further. Your self-esteem and self-worth erode under the weight of her constant disapproval. Negative comparisons to siblings or peers serve to compound your feelings of inadequacy. Your mother pits you against others, using their accomplishments to highlight your perceived flaws. This tactic not only harms your self-esteem, but also strains your relationships with those around you, fostering jealousy, resentment, and competition. Favoritism and scapegoating are additional ways your narcissistic mother creates a toxic family dynamic. Inconsistent treatment of siblings foster an environment of inequality and resentment. Your mother may shower praise and attention on one child while subjecting another to harsh criticism and neglect. She often designates a golden child and a scapegoat. The golden child is put on a pedestal, receiving the bulk of her affection and approval, while the scapegoat bears the brunt of her disapproval and disappointment. This division serves to further her control over the family and maintains the narrative that she is the ultimate source of love and validation. Manipulating sibling relationships is another tool in her arsenal. By pitting you against one another, your mother ensures that she remains the center of attention, with your focus on pleasing her rather than cultivating healthy relationships with your siblings. This manipulation breeds distrust, jealousy, and animosity among you and your brothers and sisters, making it difficult to form strong, supportive bonds. The effects of growing up with a narcissistic mother can have far-reaching consequences on your mental health. Low self-esteem and self-worth are common among children of narcissistic parents, as their accomplishments are constantly belittled and their feelings invalidated. You may struggle to believe in your own abilities and value yourself, which can lead to a cycle of self-doubt and self-sabotage. Anxiety and depression often plague those raised by narcissistic mothers, as the constant stress and emotional turmoil take a toll on your mental well-being. This unpredictability of your mother's behavior and the ever-present threat of her disapproval can leave you feeling perpetually on edge, struggling to find solid ground in a world that often feels chaotic and unsafe. Difficulty forming healthy relationships is another common effect on this upbringing. With your mother as your primary example of interpersonal connection, you may struggle to establish and maintain healthy, balanced relationships in your adult life. Trusting others and opening yourself up to vulnerability can feel like insurmountable challenges. Fear of rejection and abandonment is deeply ingrained in children of narcissistic mothers. With love and approval often used as weapons, you may develop an intense need to please others and avoid conflict at all costs. This fear can manifest in various aspects of your life, from personal relationships to career choices, and may hinder your ability to take risks or pursue your dreams. Codependency and difficulty setting boundaries are additional effects of your upbringing. Your mother's lack of respect for your autonomy may have left you ill-equipped to establish and maintain healthy boundaries in your relationships. As a result, you may find yourself drawn to codependent partnerships, where your self-worth and identity become entwined with another person's needs and emotions. Dealing with a narcissistic mother can be a daunting and emotionally draining experience. However, by employing the right strategies, you can find ways to protect yourself and navigate the challenges that come with this complex relationship. First thing you can do is educate yourself. Understanding NPD is crucial in learning how to cope with a narcissistic mother. Educate yourself about the signs, symptoms, and behaviors associated with NPD. This knowledge will help you make sense of your mother's actions and realize that her behavior is not a reflection of your worth. For more information, you can check out the Narcissism playlist on our YouTube channel. Second is set boundaries. Establishing and maintaining boundaries is essential for protecting your emotional well-being. Clearly communicate your limits to your mother and be firm in enforcing them. Be prepared for resistance, but stand your ground. Remember that your needs and feelings are valid and deserve respect. Number 3, limit contact. If necessary, consider reducing the amount of contact you have with your narcissistic mother. This may involve setting specific times and locations for visits, limiting phone calls, or even going no contact for a period of time. This can be a difficult decision, but it may be necessary for your own mental health. As you confront the effects of your upbringing on your mental health, the process of healing can be both challenging and empowering. Seeking therapy, joining support groups, and engaging in self-reflection can provide valuable tools and insights to help you break free from the patterns established in your childhood. As you work to overcome these challenges, you'll learn to cultivate a stronger sense of self, build healthier relationships, and develop effective coping strategies for managing anxiety, depression, and other emotional challenges. You'll also discover the power of setting and enforcing boundaries, which can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. The journey towards healing is not a linear one, and there may be setbacks and hurdles along the way. However, by remaining dedicated to your own growth and well-being, you can reclaim your life from the grip of your narcissistic mother and create a future that is built on self-love, resilience, and authentic connection. With time, patience, and determination, you'll find the strength to overcome the effects of your past and embrace a life filled with hope, happiness, and a newfound sense of freedom. For more on this subject, click the links below to check out these videos now. See you next time.